Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video is going to be a little discussion, okay? You can probably tell by the title what this discussion is going to be about, but I have my notebook here, which I have taken notes. And listen, if you've seen the title for this, and now listen, I want to preface this first of all. I'm not here to dictate. I'm not here to judge. I am not here to make fun of anyone whatsoever in what you enjoy reading. Absolutely not. I know what that feels like. I got that myself whenever I was first getting into reading. Like, I read Twilight, I read House of Night. If it didn't have a vampire in it, I wasn't interested. That was who I was. And it's somewhat who I still am today. And, you know, I'm not here to judge or anything like that. This is just something I thought would be an interesting topic of conversation. So if you would like to get yourself a drink, I have myself some Diet Coke here. Cheers. And we can sit and chat. Oh, and by the by, if you hear outdoor noises, I've got my windows open. Because I had to like spray some cleaning stuff around my window and it smells a little bit, so hope I don't go high from the fumes. Anyway, so I was scrolling TikTok. What sparked this was, of course, the almighty TikTok. My TikTok is down below, by the way, if you want to follow me. And I watched a video from a book talker called Lucky's Universe. And the video in question, she said, was just for funsies. It was just, you know, but basically she was talking about publishing more non-spicy books. And I wrote a comment underneath her video being like, do you know what? As an asexual person, I kind of second this because it's kind of oversaturated at this point, you know, blah, blah. And the girlies got so defensive. Oh, they got so defensive. They were all like, well then don't read spicy books then. Well, maybe don't read them. Problem solved. Do you not have Goodreads? And I was like, first of all, not what I said, not what I meant, and yes, I do. I've had Goodreads way before this app came into fruition. Thank you very much, Janet. But, okay. Like I'm just looking down at my notes here. And listen, nothing wrong with spicy books. Nothing wrong at... Is that a stain on my shirt? No, it's just zero. Nothing wrong with spicy books. Nothing wrong at all. If it's what you enjoy and it gives you joy, I'm not here to dictate. I'm not here to tell you what and what not to do. That was not the issue at hand. It's not the issue of all like, ew, spicy books are disgusting. And I get it, because there was that stupid boy that was all like, why romance novels all just straight up? And it's just like, well, son, given the look of you, you probably wouldn't know a woman from the back end of a truck, but whatever. That neither here nor there. That's not the discussion I want to have. Spicy books are fine. But I feel like a lot of times authors seem to only put spicy scenes in or make their books a little bit extra spicy because that is what's popular. They feel like, oh, the kids will, or the girlies will enjoy this, or I'll sell more if I have my two main characters rub the beast with two backs. Is that the Shakespeare quote? Whatever. Doesn't matter. And like, I read a lot of young adult, okay? On the occasion, I borderline into the new adult, where like, new adult is like your main character is like early 20s, right? But I do tend to read a lot of young adult, you know, where your character is maybe like still in high school, like 16, 17 years old. I don't want to be reading that sort of content when your main character is still a minor. Does that make sense? Because a lot of times it's just like, this feels very inappropriate. And a lot of times, regardless of what age group it is, 9 times out of 10, doesn't a smutty scene in certain books just feel unnecessary? Doesn't it? I mean, a lot of times it's just really not needed. A lot of times it doesn't even make a whole lot of sense. And listen, like I said, if it's what you enjoy, it's what you enjoy. And I know there's been a lot of discussion about it, like I just said, you know, people talking about like, oh, all the girlies are reading is all like porn. But like, again, what you like is what you like. And, hold on, what have I wrote this? Oh yeah, it's all about how all romance books are poor. But that is not the issue. My issue is, as an asexual person, a lot of times, I know there are books out there that have great asexual representation. I know there are because I've read them, okay? Let's talk about Love by Claire Kahn. Loveless by Alice Oseman. Radio Silence also by Alice Oseman. TJ Klune, Lightning Struck Heart. There is a character in that series that is asexual, and in The Lives of Puppets, his latest book, the main character in that is also asexual. And I know there's a multitude of other books and other authors out there that have great asexual representation. I might not have read them yet. You maybe have. If you have, leave them in the comments. Like, leave all the suggestions in the comments, please. And like, you know, not like, and like, not, I literally have, like, I wrote down, as an asexual, I never feel I am represented. Like, I'm fine with romance, you know? I like a cute little romance. Like, I like it, like, for me, what excites me when I'm reading a romance book is seeing the two people, whoever they may be, having conversation, getting to know each other, building that foundation, that emotional connection between the two of them. Whereas a lot of times it's just like they go on one date and then they're making eggs, you know? Not everybody wants to make eggs. Some people just want cereal or like toast and bacon or something, you know? Like having eggs all the time gets a bit repetitive and a bit boring. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Am I making any sense? Please tell me I'm making sense, because when this idea for this video came to me at 1 a.m., it seemed like a good idea. And you know, like I said this before, but sometimes I feel like authors just put those sorts of scenes in there because they know it's gonna sell. They know that all the girlies either here on BookTube or Bookstagram or, you know, Book Talk all will eat it up. They'll all like, if I put this in here for no reason whatsoever, it's just there, then it'll sell. Which, you know, I'm not mad at. Get your coin, you know, get your paycheck, do what you gotta do. But at the same time, you don't always need to do that. You don't always need to have that in there in order to get your story told. Like, if you just had the two, like, if you have a romantic plot in your book, and, you know, we're building up to the connection, maybe a smooch in there or two, but it's just like a fade to black situation, that's fine too. That's fine too. Like, we don't always need it, you know? And like I said, doesn't it usually get boring? Doesn't it usually get boring? I'm not saying there's not good spicy books out there where it's like, okay, I see it. It makes sense. But like, the good ones let you have a build up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do enjoy a Jennifer L. Armentrout book every now and then. But the thing with a lot of her books is that there's the build up. There's the tension. There's the banter. Whereas a lot of times they're just like rushing into it and you're just like, what? Why? You know? And like, my point is, read what makes you feel good. If you enjoy the super spicy books, fine. But if you're like me and you're all like, I don't need it all the time, you know? Like, sometimes we just want to go out for ice cream. Can we just go out for ice cream and have a conversation? Am I making any sense? But anyway, I like spice, but not all the time, you know? And sometimes it's okay to not have any in there at all. That is my point. You don't always need to have it in there because sometimes it's just not necessary. And I feel like a lot of people are going to take from this video the wrong idea. Oh, she's just saying that because she doesn't like it. I never said I didn't like it. I never once said in this video that I didn't like it. I'm just saying a lot of times it's just not needed. A lot of times it's just, you don't need to just have it in there to sell. Do you know what I'm saying? But if that's all you're wanting out of life, then do you. I'm only speaking for myself. But anyway, that is my video over for today. And if you have any points or opinions you want to have, rationally, mind you, if you're just gonna be a keyboard warrior and be rude, then just don't speak at all. But if you want to leave maybe suggestions for books that have asexual representation in there, or some good, decent, spicy books that you think that people would enjoy, or, you know, where the spice actually makes a bit of sense. You know what I mean? And it's not just there to be there. You know what I'm saying? Leave those in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. We got a couple new subscribers, which I'm really happy about. Thank you so much. And my last video, my unhaul video, has over 200 views. What? How? Why? Me in my old bedroom looking like a mess unhauling books. Like, I can't. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for listening. And all my socials are down below as always. And I love you all. See you next week. Bye.